deep into the bottom of the ocean, lies a world very different from any other, where species were able to adapt from no light and also extreme water pressure. It is no surprise that these species are very alien to us. We are now going to share you the 5 of the most mysterious and bizarre deep sea creatures that still exist. The Goblin Shark is an extremely rare shark species, considered as a living dinosaur. The Goblin Shark lives deep in the ocean, and when I say deep, I mean 1,250 meters down to the bottom of the ocean, that kind of deep. The shark has a long snout, which resembles a sword blade. It then uses the snout to hunt its prey as it detects electric fields in the water. Once the shark finds its prey, such as a crab, fish or an octopus, it then spears the fish with its prickly teeth. The jaw from the Goblin Shark when it hunts its prey extends dramatically to the extent where it looks like the whole jaw just shoots out of the head of the shark as it attacks its prey. The Gulper Eel is one of the most bizarre looking creatures in the deep sea that lives up to 1,800 meters deep in the ocean. Its most notable attribute is its large mouth. This enormous mouth is actually much larger than the eel's body, which can be opened wide enough to swallow a whole sea creature much larger than itself. The unfortunate prey is then deposited into a pouch-like lower jaw, which resembles that of a pelican. In fact, this eel is sometimes referred to as a pelican eel because of its mouth-like feature of that as a pelican. The Gulper Eel's stomach can also stretch to accommodate its large meals. The Gulper Eel is much different in appearance than most other eel species. Its pectoral fins are so tiny that it's almost non-existent. The Gulper Eel has such a long tail that specimens that have been brought to the surface in fishing nets have been known to have their long tails tied into several knots. The eel uses its long tail for movements, but also at the end of the tail it is tipped with a light producing organ that glows pink and can give off the occasional red flashes. Since the eel's body is not built for chasing prey, it is believed that the eel uses this light as a fishing lure to attract fish and other creatures close to its enormous mouth. When the prey is in range, the eel lunges and snaps it up in its gigantic mouth and swallows it whole. Now imagine you're a nice little fish, you're just swimming, and then you look below and you see this face just staring at you, waiting to attack. Yes, it's the face of nightmares. This face of nightmare is called the Stargazer. The fish got its name the Stargazer because its eyes are on top of its head, so basically, its head is always pointing upwards. The Stargazer buries itself in the sand and mud and waits for its prey to basically swim over. As the fish swims over the Stargazer, it then attacks it with such speed and ferocity that its prey has hardly no chance of escaping. Some species of the Stargazer also have a little worm-shaped lure growing out of their mouths, so they can attract their prey before they strike. It gets even worse. Some species of the Stargazer also have 2 venomous spines that are situated above their pectoral fins, and yes, these are deadly venomous. It doesn't end there though, as some Stargazers have also been known to cause electric shocks from time to time. They are able to generate up to 50 volts. This is truly a monster of the deep. The humpback anglerfish lives very deep in the ocean at 2,000 meters deep, so the humpback anglerfish may not regularly encounter suitable prey, so they have a very large mouth and stomach and long pointed teeth in order to capturing and swallowing anything that they can find. They also have an antenna on their head that acts as a lure. This lure is filled with bacteria that produces its own pulsing light, which it uses to attract its prey and also to attract its mate. Now, this is the creepy part. Before reaching adulthood, the male fixes itself permanently to the rear of the female's body, living thereafter as a parasite of the female. The male's internal organs now waste away as the male anglerfish shares the female's blood and becomes simply a sperm provider as required. How easy is that? For many years, the giant squid was thought to be a myth. Sailors told stories of giant tentacle monsters destroying their ships. Some of these legends might have been exaggerated, but these monsters from the deep sea do exist. The largest giant squid that we know of measured at the colossal size of 43 meters long. We still don't know much about the giant squid, so the squid is still surrounded by great mystery because they live at about 1,000 meters deep in the sea. What attracts the scientists the most about the giant squid is its sophisticated nervous system and its very complex brain. Their eyes are huge. They are the size of footballs and are the largest known eyes in the animal kingdom, which are extremely useful in spotting prey. I hope you enjoyed this video in the bizarre world of the deep sea. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. What sea creatures did you find was